Hello, my name is Odolami Hayomide, and I work as a data analyst within the financial services industry. Today, I'll be walking you through an introduction to functions, an integral part to learning Excel. Excel has many pre-made formulas called functions. Functions can be used to perform simple or complex Excel calculations, and you can find all of Excel functions on the Formulas tab here. We'll be looking at two basic functions every Excel professional should understand: the sum function and the count function. The Excel sum function add values basically. Adding columns or rows of numbers is something people do so often that on Excel there is also a button dedicated to the sum function on the Excel ribbon, which you can find in the Home tab. This is it here. The count function returns the number of cells that contains number. This allows us to count items. We could count items on Microsoft Excel by using the equal to sign and imputing the word count. Then we select a range of items and let Excel return the numbers to us. Going forward, we are going to use the sum function to calculate the total amount of items here, right? So I'm going to start with my equal to. As I've said, every functions that you want to build on Excel, you must start with an equal to. So I'm going to write my sum, SUM. Then in order to access this sum function, I need to press my tab key and that will open parentheses. Then I will click on the range of items I want to sum. Then I will close my parentheses. Can you see I have a sum of 170. I'll do the same thing here to total all the amount of beef, chicken, pork and fish here. So I'm just going to press equals to as I've done before, SUM, open parentheses by pressing the tab key. Then I would select all the items I need to sum, right? By by clicking on my mouse, then taking it down the range. Then I'm going to close parentheses and press enter. I'll do the same thing here, but yeah, let me do the same thing here so you can fully understand how it works. Equals to, right, sum, press the tab key to open parentheses. Then I'm going to select all the items here. This will calculate the total number of pastries here. Then I'm going to press my enter key. You see we have 260. But I want to quickly show us a shortcut key to some items on Excel. You can just use the Alt equals to key, right? Alt equals to key. Once you do that, Excel will sum the nearest range of items for you and input the formula for you. You don't need to start with equal to or input any formula. Excel will do that for you. All you just need to press is Alt equals to. When Excel has selected the range of formula for you, then you press enter. That is all. We can do that here in case if you are confused and you need to see it again. We'll just press Alt equals to. Can you see the same thing has happened? Excel has written the sum formula or the sum function for the nearest range of item in this data set. And I'm going to press enter. As you can see, the total of all the meats here is 140. So that is how that works. Another way you can quickly look through your data sets to get the sum function without using the formula is by selecting your data set and going to look at the down part, the right down part of your spreadsheet. you can see the sum function, you can see the average, and you can see the count of items there. I selected 8 cells here, that's why you can see the count to be 8. If I decide to select just these 4 cells, you can see the count to be 4. So you can, that's also a way for you to count your amount of items. You can decide to look at this status bar here rather than using a formula. And if you need to use a formula, you go into the cell you want to do that, then you press equal to, as I've said before, then press count, use your tab key, right? And then you select all the items you need to count, then you close your tab key by pressing enter. As you can see, the total range of items here, if you count it, we have just 5 items: bread, donuts, cookies, cakes, pies. They are all 5 in total. The other way you can do that is by selecting all the items. Then if you come to the status bar here, you can see count 5. So there are different methods by which you can use the sum and the count function. You just do whatever works for you. That will be all for today's lesson.